Good morning, class. Children, we are doing chapter 1, computer storage and memory devices. Till now, we have done data and information, data storage units, and today I am going to do with you types of computer memory. Alright, children, as we are in you are in class 4, we have to do some advanced studies about the computer. Hope you are finding it good and you are understanding. Okay, if you don't understand, if you have any problems, if anything that is not you are not understanding, you can always ask me in my personal WhatsApp number. Okay, and before I start, I'll tell you, please keep your book in front of you while watching this video. I'm doing page number 6 today, and the topic for today is types of computer memory. All right. Computer memory can be classified into the following two types. Now, computer has a department that keeps the work. Like we have a brain in a human body, we have a brain where all the storages, like whatever we think, whatever we see, whatever we hear, it goes to our brain. It stays in the brain. So it's a storage part of our brain on a human body. Same ways in a computer also we have a storage place which is called memory. And here the memories are of two types, internal memory and external memory. Okay, there are two types of memory. One is inside, internal means inside, and external means outside. So let's see what is internal memory. Internal memory is the main or primary memory of a computer system. It is an inbuilt location in a computer where data, instructions and information are stored. A computer can access data and programs directly from the internal memory. That is why it is the fastest of all types of computer memory. However, it too has a limitation that it comes with limited storage capacity. Internal memory can be further classified into the following two types. Now, what is an internal memory? Internal means inside, as the name says, internal. Internal, in means inside. Okay, so this internal memory is inside the computer system. It is not inside the monitor, it is not inside the CPU, it's not inside the keyboard or inside the mouse. It is inside the CPU box. Okay, we call CPU box a brain of a computer. Brain of a computer, yes or no? So the brain of a computer is inside the CPU box, which is inbuilt. Inbuilt means when you buy a set of computers, monitor, keyboard, mouse, CPU and UPS, this memory comes when you buy it. It is all fitted inside. Or okay, it's just like in a human body. When we are born, we come with a brain, heart, kidneys, a part of our body. Yes or no? Nothing is there that we put inside after a birth. Do we do that? No. We always come with a brain. A small child born comes with brain, eyes. This is called inbuilt. Inbuilt is always inside. Okay, it's just like the memory that is, it's a brain, it's a thing, it's kind of a brain which is where it comes when we are born. Okay, so inbuilt memory in a computer, it comes when you buy the set of the computer set. Okay, so this inbuilt memory is it's a internal memory. Okay, but as it is inbuilt, it has a limited capacity. You cannot overload it. you have a certain limitation to hold to store your informations in it. What the computer memories keep, whatever work you do in a computer are stored in the computer memory, but you cannot access, you cannot go more than what it has the capacity. It's like a human brain. Like in a human brain, how much we can keep a thinking, how much we can keep a memories in a brain. Suppose as you are in class for now do you remember what how was you when you was a small baby? Do you remember? No, you don't remember. Even I don't remember. You cannot remember much past things. Like you can remember the past of 1 year or 2 years. You cannot remember more than that. Yes, because a brain has a limited capacity to hold the memories. Same ways in computer also, this internal memory is inbuilt and has a capacity, like you can store 1000 works in it, or you cannot go more than 1000 works to store in a computer memory. Okay, and now this inbuilt memory, internal memory, is divided into two parts, that is RAM. We say it RAM, RAM is RAM. Okay, the full form of RAM is random access memory, and the second one is ROM, ROM, which means read only memory. RAM, this memory temporarily stored data, instructions and information until the computer is in operation. All the data stored in this memory will be lost when the computer is turned off. That is why it is called volatile memory. This part of computer memory contains both readable and rewritable data. It means user can read information from it and can also write or store data or instructions on it. This memory is called random access memory, since CPU can randomly access any storage location in this memory. Now what is RAM? RAM is internal memory which is inside the CPU box. Okay, what does it do? Like whatever work you are doing in a computer, I'll show you. Now, I'll show you with the diagram. This is a monitor. Then you have keyboard. Then you have CPU, where you have memory part, and this memory is divided into two parts: inbuilt memory, internal memory, which is divided into two parts, RAM and ROM. Okay, now what happens is, as you all know, all parts of computer system is connected with CPU. Okay, this is your CPU box. Okay, your mouse, your keyboard, your monitor is connected with the CPU box. Now, when you do your work, suppose you are typing your name here. Alright, like suppose I'll type computer. I'll press COMPUTER. I'll press this letters C, as it is not in this order on the keyboard. It is all mixed. Okay, but I'm writing here for your information. I'll press COMPUTER on the keyboard. It will first goes inside the CPU box. Okay? And it will go to the RAM. Where will it go? It will go to the RAM. In the internal memory part, it will first goes to inside the RAM. Okay? And here it will remain COMPUTER. And after this, it will come on the monitor where you can see COMPUTER, computer. Okay? So whatever you type, when you press the keys on the keyboard, it will run and goes inside the memory part of the computer, inside the internal memory part of the computer, and it will goes first to the RAM. Where it will go to the RAM, and that you can see on the monitor that what you have typed. Alright, but when you are typing, it is storing inside the RAM. Whatever you are typing, computer or Rockwell, it will not come directly on the monitor. It will run first inside the CPU. It will go to the RAM part, and because there's no place, I'm writing it out here. It is inside the RAM. Okay, but all of a sudden, if the light goes off, you have not saved this work and the light went off, what will happen? These things will get erased. Okay, these things, whatever work you have done till now, will be erased from the computer system. That means RAM is your information. It collects the information at the time when you are working. But as soon as you will switch off your computer, it will be deleted from your system. It will not store it forever and ever. Okay, this is the function of it is a temporary storage in that it stores the information temporarily. Okay, it will not hold it for permanently. Likewise, for a human body, what happens when I am teaching you? You are listening. Yes, you are listening. Whatever I am saying, you are listening, and it is going through your ears to your brain. It will goes through your ears to your brain. All right, it is going. But as soon as the class get over, okay, you switch off your class, then what happens? The things that I have said will be erased from your brain. That means it is a temporary storage. Okay, so that's what your RAM do. It holds only temporarily in a system. Whereas the another one is your ROM, read only memory. This computer memory stores instructions which are required to start a computer. ROM allows you to read the data and information stored in it, whereas it does not let you make any changes to them. ROM stores the data and information permanently. It is non-volatile memory. That means it retains the stored information even after the computer is turned off. There's another word given here, volatile memory. Okay, please mark volatile. In RAM, it does not hold any information permanently, and non-volatile means it stores in your data for permanently. The second thing that you do is, now you are typing, as you are typing computer, Rockwell. Okay, all these names you have typed. It again went inside the RAM, and you can see it on the monitor. But now what you have done is you have saved this. You have saved this information. Okay, when you save your work, it will goes inside the ROM, and it stays permanently inside the ROM. Okay, so tomorrow, now you have switched off or the light went off, your computer got off, but the storage that you have saved, you will get it back tomorrow also, because this is stored inside the ROM, and ROM is your permanent storage part of the computer system. Okay, now the light went off, everything went off. But when the light comes and when you switch on the computer and when you start your computer, your work will be saved. You can see it here. It's just because you have stored that information, you have saved that information, and the information went and stored in the ROM part. Okay, so ROM is your permanent memory. Like whatever you learn, when you mug up anything for the exam, yes, what happens? Whatever you have learned, it stays in your brain and you never forget. Like you have learned 1, 2, 3 and ABCD in your nursery classes. Now you are in class 4, but still you remember. Do you remember the alphabets and the numbers that you have learned in nursery class? That is your permanent memory, which will not erase till your lifetime. Okay, so this is the difference between permanent memory and the temporary memory. So there are two kinds of memory inside the computer. That is your internal memory and external memory, and the part of internal memories are two, ROM and RAM. So I'll finish today for my class. Next class we'll do with the internal memory. Thank you, class.